The robot vacuum market just crossed $7 billion, and the machines are getting worse. December 3rd, 2025, iRobot filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. By June, every cloud-stored map on their flagships gets wiped permanently. A $7 billion industry where your $1,000 robot becomes a paperweight overnight. So which vacuum should you avoid? Which are actually built to last? And what's driving this quality collapse? Manufacturers are chasing a $7 billion prize. The global robot vacuum market is exploding, with a compound annual growth rate of 13.5% through 2026. That kind of expansion rewards companies for launching new models every quarter, not for building machines that last. Each year brings a wave of updated apps, flashy features, and navigation tweaks, but the average lifespan of a robot vacuum keeps shrinking. For buyers, the risk is clear. A $1,000 purchase can lose core functions overnight, not because the hardware failed, but because the software support vanished. The profit engine runs on short product cycles and fast obliteration. Camera-based navigation models, once the cutting edge, are now abandoned in favor of LiDAR and AI hybrids. Most camera-only units stop getting updates after just 18 months, while LiDAR models may see support for twice as long. The market's hunger for growth has left durability behind, turning what should be a buy-it-for-life appliance into a fast-moving target for the next upgrade. iRobot's downfall unfolded in a series of cold, public deadlines. On December 3, 2025, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, listing $2.1 billion in assets against $2.4 billion in debt. That filing triggered a countdown. Within weeks, owners received a promise of only 12 more months of critical services. But the real blow landed on March 15, 2026, when firmware updates and security patches froze for all non-subscribed Roombas. From that moment, every day without updates meant a little less accuracy, a little more drift. The average mapping error ballooned to 0.35 meters within 3 months. Then, on June 30, 2026, iRobot's cloud servers began deleting stored maps. Suddenly, devices that once remembered every room and obstacle reverted to single-use memory, stumbling through homes as if blindfolded. What began as a $1,000 investment in convenience now faced a silent expiration date, not because of worn-out hardware, but because the software lifeline had been cut. For millions of owners, the promise of smart cleaning collapsed into a dead app and a robot that no longer knew the way home. Mandatory apps have become the new toll booth for robot vacuums. Owners can't even start a cleaning cycle without registering their device through a branded app, linking it to the cloud, and agreeing to a maze of permissions. Yet the real surprise comes after setup. A growing share of core features, like custom mapping, multi-floor memory, and advanced obstacle avoidance, are locked behind monthly paywalls. Industry data shows that subscription services now make up about 12% of the market's total revenue, but actual user uptake is far lower. Most buyers refuse to pay extra, leaving the majority stuck with a stripped-down version of what they thought they were buying. Internal documents from Roomba, leaked in early 2026, outline a feature ladder where each upgrade, dynamic mop scheduling, AI dirt detection, premium room zoning, requires a separate subscription tier. This approach turns what should be a one-time purchase into a series of recurring charges, with essential functions quietly moved out of reach unless owners keep paying. The result is a landscape where the promise of smart automation hides a trap. Buy the robot, then rent the features you need to keep it useful. At the top of the price ladder, disappointment comes with a heavy price tag. The Roomba Combo J9 Plus was pitched as a flagship, yet nearly a quarter of its 5,800 Amazon reviews are 1 star. Owners complain of motor overheating after just a few hours, app crashes that leave the robot stranded, and a dustbin latch that fails so often it's become a running joke in user forums. The Combo 10 Max, iRobot's last major release before bankruptcy, fares even worse. 27% of reviewers give it the lowest score, citing suction loss after a mandatory firmware update, and batteries that drop below 60% capacity within a year. Both models suffer from a satisfaction gap that no spec sheet can fix, premium price, but with the same recurring problems as budget models. Dyson's 360 VizNav enters the scene with a bold claim: 22,000 pascals of suction, the highest in the industry. Independent lab tests confirm the number, but actual dust pickup lags behind cheaper competitors. After 12 months of real-world use, the motor runs hotter, suction drops by 7%, and user satisfaction bottoms out at 68%, well below the 82% average for other high-end robots. Owners list the short, 2-year warranty and sky-high parts prices as deal breakers. The numbers make one thing clear: headline specs and luxury branding don't guarantee a better machine or a longer life. Even the most expensive robots can lose their edge overnight, whether through a dead app, a silent battery, or a cloud server that vanishes without warning. Low-cost robot vacuums promise hands-free cleaning for less, but the numbers tell a different story. The Roomba Q0120, a staple of big-box sales, struggles with basic navigation. In Vacuum Wars' 24 scenario obstacle course, it scored just 11 out of 24, missing low-profile thresholds, bumping into walls, and taking several seconds to recover from even simple collisions. Its camera-only navigation system, once considered a breakthrough, now lags behind modern LiDAR units. Over time, mapping drift grows worse. After 6 months, users report the Q0120 veering off by as much as 0.3 meters, leaving sections of the floor untouched. Suction figures look respectable on paper, 4,800 pascals, but lab tests show only 68% cleaning efficiency, especially with pet hair. Price drops are frequent. A model that launched at $299 often sells for under $185 within a year, but the savings come at the cost of reliability. The iLife V3s, another budget favorite, skips mapping altogether. Its random bounce pattern means large rooms are rarely cleaned edge to edge. With just 1,200 pascals of suction and a cleaning efficiency of 42% on low-pile carpet, most owners find themselves reaching for a manual vacuum after every run. The sealed battery and third-party only brush rolls make repairs nearly impossible, so replacement becomes the default when anything fails. L'Enfant's M210 claims 3,200 pascals of suction and a camera-based nav system, but independent tests show 10% mapping drift after half a year. Frequent app crashes and Wi-Fi drops leave the robot stranded mid-room. The price, once $179, now hovers close to $100, reflecting rapid depreciation and limited long-term value. For buyers hoping to save money, these models often do the opposite, trading upfront savings for frustration, missed spots, and early replacement. The bargain quickly becomes a false economy, while the promise of set-and-forget cleaning fades with each failed run. Roborock's Saros 10R stands alone at the top of the 2026 robot vacuum market. In independent lab testing, it cleared every single obstacle in a 24-scenario course. No collisions, no missed cords, no recovery delays. That perfect score isn't a marketing fantasy. It's the result of dual LiDAR navigation fused with AI-powered vision, running at a control loop fast enough to outpace even the most unpredictable homes. Under the hood, the Saros 10R delivers 13,500 pascals of suction, but the real story is consistency. 92% cleaning efficiency on mixed floors, stable mapping that never drifts, and a modular design that lets owners swap out the battery or brush without a screwdriver. Roborox guarantees spare parts for 3 full years, a rare promise in a market obsessed with rapid turnover. Alongside it, the Crevo S5V delivers nearly the same hardware muscle, 13,500 pascals, strong dual-spin mopping, and a 30-month warranty on all critical parts. Both models prove that premium doesn't have to mean disposable. They're engineered for long-term ownership, not just a quick upgrade cycle. Reliable cleaning doesn't have to cost a fortune. 3 models stand out for delivering real longevity and value without the premium price tag. The Dream X50 Ultra offers a quick swap battery system. Owners can replace the pack in under 2 minutes, no tools required. Its navigation, tested across 24 obstacle scenarios, scored 22 out of 24, keeping up with homes full of cords, shoes, and pet bowls. Dream guarantees spare parts for 30 months, and there's no forced subscription to unlock mapping or advanced features. Shark's AI Ultra brings LiDAR navigation and a replaceable battery with direct-to-consumer parts available for 2 years. Owners report steady firmware updates and no requirement to use the app for basic cleaning. The UFE E20 combines LiDAR with a quick-release battery design and a 30-month parts guarantee. It avoids the subscription trap entirely. Core features stay free for the life of the device. These models prove that solid design, accessible repair, and honest support can still be found, even in a market built for churn. Today, a $1,000 robot vacuum can lose its maps overnight or fail at basic cleanup, regardless of its spec sheet. As software support dries up and hype outpaces reliability, your dollars are on the line. The promise of smart cleaning is empty if it can't last. Choose carefully.